It's Friday on the sunny side right here on your number one talk station, 92.3 Nigeria Info FM. Good afternoon to you. How you doing? How's your mind? How's your body? And of course, how is your soul? Yo, 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 yo! Thank God it's Friday! Ba-ba! Now, today's energy is courtesy of breakfast. Goat meat and sausage pepper soup and white rice. So anything you see me do today, just know what is fueling my energy. Today is not just a Friday, it is Jackpot Friday! Ladies and gentlemen, make some noise! So two people are going to win 75,000 naira and 50,000 naira on the sunny side today. How is that possible? Ladies and gentlemen, you will have to enter today's one play draw. Now, if you buy your ticket from Monday up until today, you're already in the draw. But if you want to increase your chances, you can buy more tickets to boost it. You know, it's a game of luck, really. So this is how it happens. On the website, you visit the website oneplay.ng. That is www.one. That is the number one, not the spelling of one and then play.ng. You select Nigeria Info 92.3 PH. What did I say? Select Nigeria Info 92.3 PH, and then you buy your ticket with just 500 naira. If you want one ticket, it's 500 naira. If you want two tickets, it's 1,000. So you keep multiplying 500 naira by the number of tickets you intend to buy, and then you make that purchase, and then boom, you are in the draw automatically. You can also use the USSD code *347 *880 *6# *347 *880 *6#. So I look forward to seeing you win today on One Play. Remember, keep playing and keep winning. Now that is out of the way, what is on the menu on the sunny side today? Today, our first conversation is loan repayment after the lender's demise. Pause. Think about it again. And then pause. Think about it again. Would you still feel obligated to repay a loan after the demise of the lender? The person don't die. Question number 2. If you were to set up a private loan agreement today, what is the single most important detail you would include in the contract to make sure the loan is handled smoothly, regardless of what happens to you or the one who borrowed the money? Yes, so head on to our social media handles right now. On X, we're at Nigeria Info PH, and our Facebook page is Nigeria Info 92.3 PH. Go there, watch me live, but most importantly, be a part of the conversation by dropping your comments in the comment section. Let's catch our breath just a little bit, and then, my 1 o'clock to 2 o'clock hour, fully booked. That's the much I can say, fully booked. I have a recorded program coming up at 1:10. I have Stakeholders Democracy Network coming up at 1:30. But by 2 o'clock to 3 o'clock is entirely ours to do with as we please. You like the sound of that, right? So yes, it's our TGIF hour, and I promise to have as much fun as possible. So stay tuned. colleague needed to brief me on something, and then we're done with the briefing. We have something cooking on the 30th of October for the football fans, and I'm already excited. It's on the 30th of this month, so we needed to do some stuff in the studio so that you can hear it from them directly. Anyway, today we're tackling a topic that might seem a little morbid. Truth is, nobody likes to talk about demise and death, but these things do happen, and it is crucial. The conversation is crucial for financial clarity. What happens to your loan obligation when the person or entity you borrowed from passes on? Are you the one who would get excited? Thank God. It's not like you're happy the person died, but then again, you are relieved that maybe in course of that transaction, no other person knew you borrowed that money. So as the person is gone, the details and everything is gone. Nobody is going to come and say, hey, you borrowed 1 million naira from my late father. When are you going to pay? You're just going to. There's that. Hey. It's not like I'm happy he died, but I've been trying to pay that money, but it's not easy. Tricky, right? For some people, like the caller yesterday, who said his mother was almost murdered by her debtor because she didn't want to repay the 150k loan she took from her. So she had asked for a loan to pay rent, and then it's time to pay, and as opposed to coming forward to say, my sister, thank you, so you helped me that time. The truth of the matter is, it's the matter get as it be. I've not been able to pay back that money, but if you can give me more time, or can we work on a loan repayment plan? Let me be paying small, or if you want it as a lump sum, you may have to give me more time to come up with the money. You get where I'm going to, right? Now, she didn't do that. Rather, she chose to go and pay bad boys to eliminate, murder, assassinate, kill the lender. Because for her, if person will borrow me money don't die, I wouldn't have to pay back. So you would waste a human life just so that you can get relief from a loan. Now, whether or not you are behind their demise, does the debt disappear? The short answer is no. Your debt generally does not vanish into thin air just because the lender has passed on. When a person dies, their assets and liability, everything they own, whether they are owing, whether they are being owed, become part of their estate. So, your outstanding loan balance is an asset of that said estate. So if they have a good lawyer is in the know of all of those things. So when they're going to read out their will, it will be clearly stated that the money owed by Mr. Carl Orakwe, or Mr. Jude Omamegbe, or Denise Dennis Worlu shall be repaid. And when that money is repaid, it should be channeled to XYZ things. They just have a way of doing it. So now, these people who are in the know will come and meet you. Good afternoon, sir. Yes, sir. So we are made to understand that before my father's demise, you owed him 10 million naira. We, the children, have come to recover. Or they send their lawyer, or they have a way to, get the money back for themselves, and it goes back to the estate. So for those people who think, once this person dies, relief, glory be to God, and all of that, it may not be the case if people are in the know. Now let me read this to you. It's a long story, but this is just a part of it that I was able to take out for the purpose of today's conversation. Can I find it? Where is it? All right. The shopkeeper's words, who knows when the one above would ask for an account, and the punishment might fall on my children, haunted Prince. After 2 or 3 days of mental turmoil, his conscience awakened. Now, what is the backstory? This lady had been giving change in excess, and then she goes back twice to look for the person she had bought something from. And guess what? Upon getting there, the person was not around. She came back the following day and she said, hey, I gave you 1,000 naira. I bought things worth this. You gave me change extra, and I have come to return it to you. And the woman said, why did you bother? It was just 100 naira. She said, no, I have integrity and this was not mine to keep. And she said, the way the woman had haggled price with her made her feel like she needed more money than herself. So if she had given her change 100 naira, she said, no, it is my right to bargain for a price. It is your right to agree to sell to me at that price. Now, when that transaction is done, anything extra, I do not have the right to keep. And that immediately touched the shopkeeper. And you know what? The shopkeeper was owing a particular person, and she immediately picked the money, went to this other person and said, I've been there owe you so and so amount since so and so year, and I feel the need to come and give it back to you. Why did you bother? I don't even remember. Well, someone came to my shop twice. You know, it was rotating. Now the person left, but this guy was deeply disturbed. 10 years ago, he had borrowed 30,000 naira from a friend, but the very next day, the friend died. The friend's family didn't know about the money, so no one asked for it till 10 years after. Prince, tempted by greed, never took the initiative to return it. Today, that friend's family lived in poverty. His widow worked as a maid to raise her children, yet Prince had kept their money. The shopkeeper's words, who knows when the one above would ask for an account, and the punishment might fall on my children, haunted Prince. After 2 to 3 days of mental turmoil, his conscience awakened. He withdrew 3 million naira from the bank and went to his friend's family. The widow was at home, sitting with her children. Prince fell at her feet, for a woman struggling for every kobo. 3 million naira was a huge amount. Tears welled up in her eyes. She blessed Prince for his honesty. She was the same woman who had gone twice to return 100 naira to the shopkeeper. So that singular act metamorphosed into the conscience of the person who had owed her husband that she was not aware of 30,000 naira 10 years ago. And I believe Prince did so. You know, the value of it 10 years ago and the value of it now, he just probably worked out the math, or he probably thought that if that 30,000 naira had been returned at that time, maybe the woman might have seen something to fall back on after the demise of her partner. Now let me ask you these two questions. Would you still feel obligated to repay a loan after the demise of the lender? It's a question on your conscience. It's a question on your belief system. It's a question on ethics. It's a question on your morals. Think deeply about it before you call. The second question now, for those who have lent people money, for those who intend to borrow money, if you were to set up a private loan agreement with someone today, what is the single most important detail you would include in the contract to make sure the loan is handled smoothly, regardless of what happens to you or the borrower? Let's talk. 0817 923 0002. Again, 0817 923 0002. And also 0817 923 0003. Again, 0817 923 0002 and 0817 923 0003. WhatsApp and Telegram number is 0809 030 6416. Again, WhatsApp and Telegram number number 0809-030-6416. On X, we are at Nigeria Info PH, and our Facebook page remains Nigeria Info 92.3 PH. Go there, watch live, and like I said, most importantly, be a part of the conversation. Nigeria Info, good afternoon to you, and welcome to the sunny side of life.
Hello, good afternoon.
Good afternoon, talk to me.
My name is Asisi, coming from Port Harcourt.
You're welcome.
Okay, concerning this discussion, from the financial books that I've read, they say that a borrower is always slave to the lender. And
A borrower is servant to the lender.
Yes, it's in the book, the proverb. I'm watching the chapter and verses, but a borrower is always a slave to the lender. So sometimes you feel that you're giving your friend, your family member, a money to help the person, but most of the time that money ends up spoiling that relationship. So for me, if the person comes for your 50,000 and you have this belief that this money might bring issue, you can tell the person that you don't have, but I can help you in a way. Maybe you can come up with 50,000 to give the person and say you can look for somewhere else to complete the money.
Okay. All right. Thank you so much. So you will feel obligated to return even after the person's demise.
Yes, because if the person dies, that means it's time for burial, and burial has their own expenses. So the money you're returning back has a long way in adding to buy some burial things.
Is it burial? There is life after burial. Why are we focusing so much on burial now? The big family left to mourn the disease. They're not going to chop. I mean, if you give them all the money now and they decide to throw a big burial, they will now come back and start begging you for food. I mean, I'm being realistic here.
I never heard that throwing a big burial is that the person's next slide, the person will come out with a silver spoon. I have
not heard though. I haven't heard.
You've not heard?
Yes, sir.
The people will be like, if you throw a big next slide is going to come out better.
That is, you people believe in reincarnation. That is a conversation for another day. But thank you so much for your contribution. Hi, Divine from Woji. How are you doing?
Good afternoon, Denise. How are you?
I'm good. How are you doing?
I'm cool.
All right. Talk to me, Divine.
Yeah. If you take a loan, first of all, the person who gives you that money gives you on trust. You should learn to maintain your integrity to return the money, whether the person dies or is still alive. When the person is not alive, you assume nobody will know. At least, thank God the person is gone. From what you have told us, there is something called nemesis. Definitely to come someday. And way beside that person that it comes to when you are no longer alive is now your children. It becomes horrible. You start thinking where is the people coming from. That's very bad. There's a supermarket not too far from us, Denise. Some years back when money still has more value, I went to buy something. After buying, I gave them 1,000 naira. Since I bought it about 750, about so they would give me 250 naira change. But I don't think the guy gave me to I was about leaving the supermarket. They're about 4 or 5 steps away from it. I don't think I have 750 in my hand. How come 750 or 250? So I went back to him and said, yeah, you overpaid me. He said, no, so my change you gave. I said, look at the change you gave me. Look at what I bought. He said, oh, thank you, sir. So I gave you the money and I left. You know, weeks later, I went to buy something. I know my change was remaining $100 to give me. So I was going to buy leave, Ugo leave. As I left, I think there was no money in my hand. So this I didn't give me change. Now, like a different person mounting the repayment to that day. So I went back, so the guy said, I'll give you change. You can't argue. I said, sorry, I cannot keep arguing for 100 naira. Suddenly, the owner of the market walked in and said, we should go and sell the CCTV camera. because of 100 naira.
Hi.
And that guy I gave change back, they walked in. I said, everything will happen. They told me. He now narrated to his boss in Igbo. Nobody understand Igbo. The man asked for the guy, but I said, come back. I was going to the camera. I said, come back. Give him change. He didn't give me. Imagine I was not going to return that money. God forbid, don't know what would have happened that day. Whether he would have been right or I would have been wrong, nobody knows. But because of that one good thing I did, they didn't bother to tell the camera. I said, give him his change. Let him go. So we should learn to maintain our integrity. Thank you.
Learn to maintain your integrity. Divine, you will pay back a loan even after the demise of the person that. Now, the question number 2 is what a lot of us are not focusing on. How many people lend people money and they inform someone else? I lent Denise 100 naira just in case. Oh, I borrowed 200 naira from Mr. Kyle and I'm supposed to pay back just in case. How many people inform their significant others, their family members, that they indeed either lent someone money or borrowed money from someone? That way, maybe it may just be easy for them to retrieve the loans or get the people to pay. Did that person should have used the money she paid bad boys to kill her lender to pay parts of her loan than taking a life? I wonder how she will be living her life freely. Guilt will just finish her. Oh, from what the person said yesterday, the matter was reported to the police. Port Harcourt, Denise. Good day, Denise. As an ethicist, we practice karma and we understand the implications of taking what does not belong to you. Definitely, I will return the money to the family. Thanks, Sammy Love. Point of correction, servant means different from slave, PSD. Okay, I hope you do know that different Bible translations have different terminologies for different things. Some translations we use slave, others we use servant. Right? Now back to this. If I'm indebted to a deceased person, I will pay back the money to his or her next of kin, because dead people sabi demand their debts from their debtors' dream. Clinton Mr. Fresh in Port Harcourt. How true is it really? Soki Fubara from WhatsApp in Port Harcourt says, with regards to lending money or giving out a friendly loan, I would like I and the borrower to have an agreement. A documented evidence of him asking for the money, and we will draft an agreement and also a collateral. I once gave out what my lawyer guy drafted, the agreement as friendly loan. Sadly for me, I did not get a collateral from the borrower. Getting back that money wasn't funny. Lots of people heard about it. It was a sad scenario. I wished I had a collateral. If the man defaulted, I would not have a reason to bother getting collaterals. Getting collaterals. If this thing is as important to this person, they will come back for it. If they don't come back for it, you are at liberty to sell it at whatever price to recover that which was borrowed. Right? Makes a lot of sense. But then again, it's Denise. I know where she works. I mean, Denise don't go carry my money run now. Until Denise, how far now? What money will been borrowed when you go pay back? Wait first. Denise, how far now? You say today now. You say one thing. Denise, what's in this up now? Where my money now? I beg. What's happened? Because I collect how much for hand, I don't go rest. But this is not the tone you use when you were asking for the even Nigeria they owe. Everywhere then they owe. My office they owe. Nigeria they owe. Even UK, US, they are owing. So please, I'll pay you when I have the money. And then, let's say something happens to the lender. With the way Denise was reacting when the lender kept asking for the money, do you think Denise will go and pay? Danny Atta says, I will pay it to members of the house. Awesome, thank God says, yes, if it is me or any family member, we are aware of the loan. No matter what the money was used to do, I would repay the loan. Now, as a family member, would you want to repay the loan of your deceased family member? After the break.